Hey everyone, welcome to this video. Today I'm making a video on these Oscar films. So I finally finished watching this entire list. So this year and last year I decided to watch all the Oscar nominated films for the year, and this year it was 53 films. Mostly long ones, but there is also some documentaries in there, as you just saw on the list. And I thought I would just run through maybe my top 10 in case you're interested in watching some good Oscar stuff, or if you do the same sort of thing, maybe we can chat about it. Watching them kind of from a filmmaking point of view, but you know, some of them had a great story that caught me, or other things like editing or the pacing or whatever. So, but yeah, mostly from the filmmaking world, that's how I'm watching it, and of course always for the visuals. That's probably my main driver. I just love to see really cinematic films as well. So I will give you my top 10. So the list is up there. This is the big full list, and I've actually put them down into alphabetical order, so can run through them that way. Actually, I sort of wrote them in bits and pieces. So anyway, it was quite hard to actually make this top 10 list. Like, there were some really good ones, and I have to sort of ask myself, like, what is this list from what point of view? You know, is it the story? Because some of them had a good story, but maybe the cinematography wasn't as good, and some of them had a great cinematography, maybe not the story. But I don't know. The top 10 really is just movies that touched me in some way that I enjoyed watching, and they're not necessarily the winners. And some of them you would never even hear about them, so that's why I want to mention them. So, alphabetical order, I'll start the top one. 1917, that did actually win some, I think at least won the cinematography of the year. I don't know if it won anything else, I can't remember. But yeah, it's a really immersive movie. It's filmed really unusually. It's of course it has cuts in it, but the way it's edited, it's as if there is no cut. So normally you've got cuts in movies, someone talks, it goes to another frame. This is like a continuous frame the entire 1.5, 2 hours, whatever the movie was. And it's just a really unusual way of watching something. You get so immersed because you're always with the characters, and yeah, I really enjoyed watching that. It's a war movie, so it's got some themes in there that are a bit heavy, but it's worth watching. I don't know, something about it resonated with me. Second one, A Sister. This is a short film, and boy, I was just in it from the first frame. I don't know, there's something about this movie that really caught my eye. I just think the plot of it is really good. It's unusual. It's worth watching. It's not, it's not a sort of happy story. I don't know how to say it without saying too much, but it makes you think, and the filmmaker just did a really good job of putting a topic forward in the way that they did. Next one, Corpus Christi. This is a international feature film, and it's from the country of Poland, which is where I was born. Well, that's not why it's on the list. I actually really enjoyed, I think the cinematography on it was great, and I was just, again, frame after frame, I was there, I was with the character. I just felt like I wanted to see what's happening next, It's beautifully shot, and yeah, it's about faith and redemption, life stuff. I like movies that make you think, so yeah, that one's quite good. That's a subtitled movie, obviously. Next one is a really short one again, called Memorable. This time it's an animation. Now, animation's not really my thing, but I really enjoyed a couple this year. This one is the theme of dementia, and that's close to my heart because I lost my mum she was quite young. She had early onset dementia, and yeah, there's just bits in the film that resonate with me. That's worth watching, yeah. Next one is Honeyland. This is an unusual one, and one I didn't think I would, get into. But again, it was like from the very beginning, I was really into it. Beautifully filmed again, and probably the most cinematic documentary I've ever seen. Did it win? I don't know. I don't think. Well, let me just check who was the winner for that documentary. Sorry, I'm just. Documentary was American Factory, yeah, but it's part of that group. So Honeyland, it's about a beekeeper in Macedonia, but it's much more than that. It's about relationships and what notes did I write here? It's just about just simple life, but also the complexity of life, and just it takes us out of the world that we live in. It's not a movie about a city. It's just about people, and I don't know. It's just got a soul to it. I really enjoyed watching it. Next one on my list, Joker. It won a couple of awards. Joaquin Phoenix put on an amazing performance. I thought it was great for that. Topics are quite, controversial, whatever you call them. It's a heavy movie. It's pushes your way of thinking about things. It's worth watching. I'm not from the world of those comics and whatever, so I don't really. The Joker thing doesn't mean that much to me in that world, but I enjoyed watching the movie, and the performance was beautiful, and also the cinematography was excellent. So that one's worth watching. Next one, Knives Out. I knew nothing of this, and again, I was in from the very first frame and just wanted to see more. This is like a mystery movie, and it's got a good cast in it as well. So it's an unusual one. It's just worth watching. It's not like a normal movie. It's a bit, I won't say too much, but yeah, it's worth watching, that one, Knives Out. What's next for me? The Two Popes. This was a Netflix movie. Not sort of a topic that I would normally sort of go into, but I enjoyed the relationship the two popes had on screen through the entire time. Was really sort of pulled you in again, and it's about sort of faith and roles people play, as well as friendship outside of the roles we play and the work we do. It makes you think. It's one of those movies that, and also not really nicely filmed, and some really great acting in that. Next one, number 9, I think we're up to. I hope I've got the right order here. And these are in no particular order that I'm reading. Life Overtakes Me. Now this one is quite heavy, but it's a really weird, I think it's called resignation syndrome, and it's about this, let's say, disease called resignation syndrome. It's just really interesting, and I've never seen anything like it, and it makes you think about the power of our brain, and what emotions do to you, and it's quite an interesting thing. Documentary, I think it's under to see, and the last one I've got is The Cave. Now that one is super heavy. That is like real life war stuff. It's about the Syrian war, and the doctors and what they went through there. It's heavy, but I've put it on the list because I think it's important for us to see things that we don't normally see, and see the lives that others live, that may be really rough compared to our own. So that one's there. So that's the top 10. I hope I got 10 there out of that. I had a couple of other ones written down. I'll just name them. Marriage Story, Parasite, The Irishman, Judy, American Factory, and for Sama, The Lighthouse, and Pain and Glory. They're just some of the other ones that were highly ranked for me. Look, that's not to say that any of the others were bad. Every movie that I watched I really enjoyed, and the amount of time and effort that gets put into making a film is incredible. And I know that because I had the opportunity to work on a film set for a couple of times a little while ago on a feature film, and it's just amazing to see the team the energy and the hours and hours that go into just making one frame, you know, one 10-second frame, whatever. So yeah, a whole movie extends to an enormous amount of time, not to mention post-production, editing, effects, whatever, you know, sound. It's a huge project. So my hat off to every single movie that was there this year. They were all awesome. But obviously some movies touch you more than others depending on, you know, where you are in your life and what you've seen yourself. So they were my top ones. But yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Which ones were yours? Are you watching the Oscars as well? Obviously we're getting to the next Oscars almost, but it does take me a little while to watch them. I just enjoy doing it for learning about filmmaking, etc. Anyway, leave me a comment below. Let me know some of your favorites, and I can make some more, you know, videos about that if anyone's interested. But yeah, I'll say bye for now, and yeah, like and subscribe if you want to see more from me. See you soon. Bye.